In February of 1923, archaeologist Howard Carter entered the tomb of King Tutankhamun and found him encased in more than $3 million worth of gold. Items hidden in these chambers have now been exhibited all over the world and insured for almost $1 billion. The $1 billion Grand Egyptian Museum housed King Tut and his artifacts as its star attraction. But what did the tomb look like before it was excavated and damaged? We're going to take you inside that tomb to experience it, just as Carter did when he made one of humanity's most important discoveries. Here's all the secrets and riches, I guess they're not secrets anymore, hidden in the tomb of Egypt's legendary boy king. We'll go through the entrance, down the steps, and through the 2 plastered doors into the first room. Welcome to the Valley of the Kings, where the bodies of the most important ancient Egyptian rulers and noblemen were laid to rest in chambers filled with valuables for the afterlife. The entrance to this tomb was once covered with 200,000 cubic feet of rubble. It's already been cleared, revealing the first of 16 steps that will lead us into King Tut's final resting place. Are you ready to head inside? The entrance passage consists of limestone, but it's not made for easy access. This first plaster door features a stamp of a jackal and 9 slaves, representing Tutankhamun's royalty. There's a second door protecting the tomb from robbers. This one's stamped with priest seals and King Tut's royal seal. The top left corner seems to show signs of being entered, so we aren't the first people down here. Step into the largest room. Each wall is covered in piled-up artifacts. This is the antechamber. At 26 by 12 feet, it's the biggest room in the entire tomb. These 2 life-size statues of Tutankhamun's guards protect the entrance. Even after 3,000 years, this room appears virtually intact with treasures untouched. When Carter first discovered this room, he remarked that he could see everywhere the glint of gold. There are 3 couches against the longest wall. Each is decorated with a different animal head: a hippopotamus, a lion, and a cow. Nice fashion sense. They're made of wood and gilded gold, but they're being used as shelves to hold all the other objects. And there are a lot of other objects, 700 in total, including chests, baskets, large statues, beds, and stools. Most of these items are incredibly valuable. Egypt's Minister of Antiquities said insurance coverage for just 166 pieces of King Tut's stuff exhibited abroad amounts to $862 million. King Tut's throne is also placed within this room, so the king will have somewhere to sit in the afterlife. To the left of the entrance, we can also see the pieces of 3 chariots. There's no obvious entrance to the tomb's next room, but if you look closely enough, you'll spot it. Right in between the legs of one of the couches, there's a very small door. Let's crawl inside and see what's next. We find a small door between the legs of the couch on the left. Enter and drop 3 feet to the small room below. This is the annex, the smallest and messiest room within the tomb. There are oils, foods, wines, pottery, dishes, baskets, and even board games in here. Let's open one up. Looks like it's a game of Senet, favored by the ancient Egyptians and kind of similar to chess. This and some of the other games are missing gold and silver pieces. They're believed to have been stolen by robbers who have gotten away with as much as $1 million worth of small artifacts. The room was likely not this disorganized before the robbers got to it, but it's still packed with as many items as possible. 280 items in total have been cataloged in this small room, but let's get back to the antechamber to find the entrance to the most important room, the burial chamber. To get to the next room, we have to go back into the antechamber and chisel through one of the walls to our right. This room is the most well hidden. The only sign of its existence is a suspicious wall on the right. We have to chisel our way in. Now this is what we expected King Tut's chambers to look like. It's the grandest room within the tomb. 4 walls feature art of King Tut and various gods, small g. But the thing we're most interested in is in the center of the room, a sarcophagus with 3 coffins nested inside one another. The last coffin, made of solid gold, contains the mummified body of King Tut. The gold alone in Tut's 2,448-pound coffin would be worth about $1.7 million today, while his gold mask is worth $2 million. Opening to our right is where the next room is. Speaking of the gold, the jackal-headed god named Anubis guards the entrance to the next room, where all of the king's most valuable treasures are kept. Let's explore the treasury. The room is stocked with many items, shrines, chests, and even boats. There are 14 boats in total, each facing west and meant for the king to use them in the afterlife. Wonder how that's going. There's also a carved wooden shrine in here that's gilded in gold. What could it contain? It's a bit gross, but these are the famous 4 alabaster canopic jars of Tutankhamun. They are finely carved and painted with black markings showcasing the pharaoh's features. Each contains a tiny coffinette that holds the pharaoh's organs. The only organ not removed from King Tut was his heart. It was believed it would be weighed in the afterlife by the god Osiris. Though many believe there were other secret rooms in this tomb, scientists recently did scans and dismissed that theory. After Carter discovered King Tut's resting place, it took 9 more years before all 5,000 pieces could be cataloged. Now the entire tomb is insured for $1 billion, and every time an artifact is removed, exhibited, or sold, the value of one of humanity's most legendary discoveries just increases even more. The discovery of King Tut has made millions of dollars from sold artifacts, both legally and illegally. A 3,000-year-old bust of the king was auctioned off in 2019 for nearly $6 million, despite claims by the Egyptian government that it was smuggled out of the country. Legal sales are also pretty profitable. In 2010, Sotheby's sold a Tut-era limestone Ushabti for $290,500. Thanks for watching, and we hope you enjoyed exploring with us.